Hey guys, how you doing? It's Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report with your free NHL hockey previews and predictions today for Tuesday. It is March 11th. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your Ruby Tuesday. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner. All right, let's kick it off in Philly where the Flyers taking on the Ottawa Senators off a big win last night, 2-1 against the Detroit Red Wings. And Ottawa right now holding that first wildcard spot with 71 points, and they're taking on the Flyers today. Now, Philadelphia on the season is 27-30 and 8 overtime losses. And looking at the line here, the bookmakers have got Philly as a minus 107 favorite, 5.5 is your total. And we're going to go with the upset here. We're going to go with the Ottawa Senators on the computer pick, 3.1 to 2.7, the over-under at 5.91. Now, looking at the Ottawa Senators playing in a back-to-back game situation, they're 5-4 in back-to-back games this year, and they're 2-7 to the under in the second game of a back-to-back. So it could be a low-scoring affair here tonight. Now, Allmark did play last night. Look for Anton Forsberg to probably get the nod between the pipe here tonight for the Ottawa Senators. And looking at the last 10 games, 4-6 for the Ottawa Senators, 3-7, 8-2 to the over, while the Philadelphia Flyers are 4-6 straight up and on the puck line, 5-5 when it comes to the over-under. I did have the Senators listed as a 144 favorite, and you're getting a pick and price here at minus 107. Chance of winning does favor the Ottawa Senators at 58.6% compared to 44.8%, which is really good in the Raymond Report. If you can get the, well, in this case, is somewhat the favorite. Let me check to see exactly on the puck line where the puck line should be. Oh, yeah, here it is, minus 1.5. So this is always interesting. You can see on the money line, it's basically 107 to minus 105. It's practically a pick 'em, but on the puck line, the Ottawa Senators are favored, so that's why, okay, things are a little bit more clear here. That's why we're getting the 3.12 and minus 144 as my value index. So, you know what? If you like the Ottawa Senators, you got great value. However, I'm going to put the brakes right there. I live in Ottawa. I follow this team. I know what this team's all about. And the last two games, they needed, two comebacks, really, against, well, they were leading yesterday, but it was 1-1, and then they scored late in the third. But they didn't play their best game. Allmark had like 49 shots on goals, close to 50 shots on goal for Allmark. And the day before, on Saturday, or 2 days before, they played the Rangers, and they needed a comeback. So Ottawa's been playing really conservative hockey of late and playing like a comeback role now, and they're comfort at home, right? So when you play two games, you win at home, and the way you've won at home wasn't really very convincing. I'm a little hesitant to pull the trigger here on the Sens. I think the under is where you want to go in this game, and knowing that Ottawa is 2-7-0 in back-to-back games in the second game, I think the under is where you want to go. And the last three games have gone under for the Flyers, and wow, look at this. Anytime Ottawa's on the road playing a team with a losing record, 5-13-0 to the under. And if you look at the last few games here, last three games, they're averaging 3.3, which is pretty good, but they're giving up 2.3. So I'm going to go and look at the Flyers. Yeah, they can't score, they can't buy a goal right now. Their last three games only averaging 1 goal per game. So give me the under in tonight's game between the Ottawa Senators and the Philadelphia Flyers. All right, let's go to your next game here between the Vegas Golden Knights and the Pittsburgh Penguins. Now, the Penguins are going to be a big underdog in this spot. Minus 196 is your line for the Vegas Golden Knights. 6 is your total. And the computer pick here is going to lean with VGK. 3.06 to 2.65. The over-under landing on 5.71. So we do like it to stay under the total of 6. Looking at the last 10 games for both these teams. Vegas, 7-3 straight up. 6-4 in the puck line. 5-5 when it comes to the over-under. And when I look at the Penguins, they are struggling. 2-8 in the last 10. 4-6. 5-5 when it comes to the over-under. I did have Vegas at minus 170 in my value index. A little bit overvalued on the road here tonight at minus 196. Don't like that. 56% chance of winning compared to 40.1 for the Penguins. And your Kogel is sitting right there at 58%. Kogel stands for chance of game going over the total. And looking at the edges, we got 2 edges to the Penguins, none for the Vegas Golden Knights. And I got 8 edges to the over, 3 to the under. And looking at the Golden Knights on the road against teams with losing records, not bad. 9-5 on the year, 6-8 on the puck line, 8-5-1. And in their last 10 head-to-head meetings against the Pittsburgh Penguin, well, it's a coin flip. 5-5, 7-3 to the over. And for Vegas, they don't do well in this building. They're only 1-5 in Pittsburgh. And we'll see how this is going to play out here tonight. Let me take a look here on the Pittsburgh Penguins' last couple of games. So it was a 3-1, let's see here, win against the Minnesota Wild, which is good on the road. And then they played Vegas last week on March 7th, and it was a 4-0 win. So a little revenge spot here for the Pittsburgh Penguins. I just don't like the fact that Vegas doesn't do well in this building. I think the over might be the play in this spot. In fact, when Vegas is on the road and they're playing on 1 day's rest, the over is 11-4-1 to the over. They're averaging 4.67 goals per game last 3, 4.6 last 5. While Penguins, they're not scoring a lot of goals, but they're giving up a lot. 3.6 last 5. I think the over is where you want to go in this one against non-conference foes when Vegas on the road 6-6, and the Pittsburgh Penguins at home against non-conference opponent 8-4-1 to the over. All right, we're gonna kick it off with two totals off the show, and I'm gonna go under Ottawa, and I'm gonna go over between the Penguins and the Vegas Golden Knights. I think Vegas is the call here, but I don't like the fact that they don't do well in this building. They're only 1-5 lifetime. Their short lifetime, right? So was it 2017 they got in the league, 2017-18, and won a Stanley Cup. Hey, believe it or not, a team that's been in the league about 7, 8 years, and they won a cup already. Yep. So give me the over in tonight's game, and if you do like Vegas, I think it's a little steep at 196. All right, let's go to your next game here. Let's go to Columbus taking on the New Jersey Devils. Now the Blue Jackets. Man, what a nice win for the Columbus Blue Jackets. I believe that game was Sunday night against the New York Rangers. Yeah, they're playing on 1 day's rest. That was a 7-3 victory. That was a crazy game. Columbus jumped up to a big start. I think it was 3-1. Next thing you know, it was 3-3. And then the floodgates open. Next thing you know, you got 10 goals in the game. And Columbus tonight going to be a underdog in this spot. Wow. New Jersey, a 164 favorite. 5.5 is the total. And the computer pick is leaning with the Devils at 3.06 to 2.5. The over-under at 5.6. So the computer pick does like this one here to go over the total. However, let's take a look at the analytics and let's see what the analytics tell us in this one. The Devils 4-6 last 10, 5-5 on the puck line, 4-6 to the under. While the Blue Jackets are 5-5 straight up, 8-2 on the puck line, 6-4 when it comes to the over/under. And I did have New Jersey listed at -230 on my value index, which is giving no respect to the Columbus Blue Jackets, the Rodney Dangerfields of hockey right now, getting no respect. 59% chance of winning for New Jersey, 40.6 for the Columbus Blue Jackets, which I like. Kogel's at 43%. And looking at the Columbus Blue Jackets on the road against B-type teams, 2-3, 4-1 to the over, while the Devils are 11-4 at home against teams with losing records. In fact, the Blue Jackets 31-32, and they're fighting for their playoff license. In fact, they're sitting in that 8th spot right now. This is the best time of year for hockey because you're in March, and now we're standing watching, right? We're looking at the standings, and every game is so important for the teams battling for the playoffs. And man, we got almost every team, even the Penguins, sitting only 11 points out, but they're pretty much out of it. The Flyers at 62, Islanders 65. It's the Red Wings, Boston, Detroit, Montreal, Rangers. Those are the ones fighting for those spots. And looking at the New Jersey Devils here as a home favorite, 15-13. Only been a home dog twice this season. Wow. 7-8 in their last 15, 4-6 last 10. And if you look at their last 3 games, so a short cycle, only averaging 2.3 goals per game, while Columbus averaging 3. The issue with Columbus right now is goaltending. They're giving up 4 goals per game in the last 3, so I don't like that. Let's see how Columbus does in this building. 5-5, while New Jersey is 6-4. And you know what? 3-12. Anytime New Jersey's at home, they're playing on 1 day's rest. 3-12 to the under. Man, the analytics tell me that New Jersey is the play here, but I think Columbus is the call here. And if you want to take that Geico insurance, give me Columbus on the puck line. I really like this team. Columbus plus 1.5 against the Devils tonight, and you can put it on the board. All right, let's go to the next game between the Bruins and the Florida Panthers. Yeah, hey, I know Marchand's going to be out of this one. He's still injured, and he's taking on, the Florida Panthers taking on the Boston Bruins. Now, the Bruins' last game was, I believe it was a victory, 4-0 against Tampa Bay. That's a big task right there for the Bruins after those trades. And then Florida winning 4-0 against the Buffalo Sabres. So both these teams coming in off shutout wins. Look at that. Okay, so both these teams haven't given up a goal in 2 games. Well, 1 game, and then you look at the other game. But -213 is the line. I had -180, and you can see right here, 213 is a little steep for me, but I think Florida is the better team. And I do have the Bruins pulling up the upset. Wow, 2.89, 2.87, the over-under at 5.76. Let's take a look at the numbers. Florida's 8-2 straight up in their last 10. Now, they got that news that Ekblad was going to be suspended 20 games for enhancement performance drugs. So unfortunately for the Panthers, they'll be short a D-man. 5-5 last 10 on the puck line, 3-7 to the under, while the Boston Bruins are 2-8, 8-2 on the puck line, 3-7 to the under. Minus 180 was my line. The inflation cost us tonight at minus 213. Don't like that. Florida Panthers riding a 6-game win streak. And how do they do in this building? And they are 7-3 in Boston last 10. Some of those probably in the playoffs. And looking at the Bruins in the last 10 head-to-head meetings, 4-6. Interesting numbers. I just don't think Boston has the enough manpower to keep up with the Florida Panthers tonight. I'm going to go with the Panthers, who are 12-3 against bottom feeders in the NHL this season. That's teams with losing records. And how's the edges? 7-14. Wow, we got a lot of edges on the Boston Bruins. You know what? I can see a 3-2, 4-3 type game here, a one-goal game, but I'm going to give the nod to the Florida Panthers. All right, let's go to Tampa Bay taking on the Carolina Hurricanes. Now, Svechnikov was in Orlov for a day-to-day. He didn't practice yesterday, so we'll see if he's going to be in. Same thing with Hedman. He didn't. He's day-to-day right now, according to the Wire. And looking at the line, minus 124 Carolina, 5.5 is the total. And we're going to lean with the Carolina Hurricanes. We're going to go with Rod the Bod Brindamore and the Canes, 3.1 to 2.5, the over-under, 5.74. So we do like this game to fly over the total. Tampa Bay coming off a loss to the Boston Bruins, 4-0. So they want to erase that one out of their memory. 8-2 last 10, straight up and again the puck line, 4-6 to the under, while the Canes 6-4, 3-7 on the puck line, 4-6 to the under. Minus 155 was my line here on Carolina. You're getting 120. You're getting a nice Walmart discount right there. Carolina coming in on a 4-game win streak. That's the thing with the Canes, right? Very streaky team. They're either in a bad slump or a good slump. And right now it looks like they're going through a pretty good phase. 4-1 last 5, 5-2. They're bullish right now, giving up only 2.1 goals per game, while the Tampa Bay Lightning scoring a lot of goals but giving up a lot. Vasilevsky's not looking like himself right now. But, you know, still got to respect the Tampa Bay Lightning. They're 7-3 in Carolina, 4-6. You know, when a team has your number, they just got your number. I'm going to go with the road underdog in this one and see if they can bounce back off that 4-0 loss to the Boston Bruins. Give me Tampa Bay over Carolina, and you can put that one on the board. All right, speaking of baseball, we're almost there. All right, New York Rangers taking on the Winnipeg Jets. Now, the Jets, minus 182 is their price tag. They're off a loss, 4-2 against the Carolina Hurricanes. Last 10 games, they're 6-4 straight up, while the Blue Shirts are 5-5 in their last 10, 7-3 on the puck line. Lost a tough one to the Ottawa Senators on Saturday, and then they lost on Sunday to the Columbus Blue Jackets. Yeah, they got the doors blown right off. Just New York doesn't have that firepower this year. It looks like they don't have enough. The first line's not bad. It's the second and third line, just not enough firepower on those lines to keep up with the good teams in the NHL. Minus 182 is the price tag on the Jets, and we do like Winnipeg here on the computer pick. 3.25 to 2.62, the over-under at 5.87. Winnipeg 6-4 last 10, 3-7 on the puck line, 4-6 to the under. I had them listed at minus 217 on my value index. You're getting 182, which is a favorite price type thing with a good team like the Winnipeg Jets. We're the best team in the NHL at 92 points, 44-17. We're actually 44-21 on the season, 23-9 at home. While the Rangers tonight, one game below 500. A win tonight gets them above 500. They play well in this building. They like to go to Winnipeg. They're 7-3 in their last 10 visits to Manitoba. And for the Winnipeg Jets in the last 10 head-to-head meetings, they're 5-5 against the Rangers. And when they're playing on one day's rest at home, they're 14-7. Now the edges tell us it should be all Winnipeg here tonight. And you know what? I kind of agree with that. I'm going to go Winnipeg Jets. Price a little steep at 182, but beggars can be choosers, and you can put that one on the board. All right, let's go to, wow, what a goal. Man, I just saw Colorado, and I said, Cale Makar. Did you see that roof daddy job he did last night in Chicago? Wow. He did the old Denis Savard spinorama, turned it around, went backhand, top shelf, where Granny keeps the peanut butter, and boy, what a beautiful goal that was. Minus 161 is the line here on the Colorado Avalanche. 5.5 is the total, and we're going to go with Makar and the Avs here. 2.83 to 2.8, the over-under at 5.63. So we do like this game to go over the total. Colorado now 8-2 last 10, riding a 6-game win streak. You know, good teams find a way to win and bad teams find a way to lose. And Minnesota right now on a 2-game losing streak. They're 1-6 at home against those 8-type teams. Now, my only concern in this game here tonight is you're playing a Chicago team, which you won 4-3, and now, is there a letdown factor, right? You're playing Minnesota, a team which you are 6-4 in their building, and Minnesota's only 2-8 in the last 10. I think this is a very dangerous spot here if you like Colorado. And I know they're on a 6-game win streak. They're finding ways to win, but it's the way they won last night. Like, that's a game where it should have been like 5-3, 5-2 Colorado, and they went to overtime against the Chicago Blackhawks. You know, that shouldn't happen, right? But scoring a lot of goals, 5.6 in the last 3, giving up 2.3. This here has, you know, when you look at the analytics, it should be like a 4-2 win for Colorado. I think the over is where you want to cash that ticket tonight. Give me the over tonight between Minnesota and Colorado. And yeah, I think Colorado wins, but I just don't like the way they won last night. They should have blown the doors right off. But hey, you know what? You can't draw a Picasso every night, right? So, anyways, Colorado over is the play I'm going to go here. Washington will be on the West Coast tonight against the Anaheim Ducks. Now minus 185 is the line, 5.5 is the total, and we're going to go with Ovi and company here. The Ovi watch 2.71 to 2.4. The over under at 5.17. And we do like this game to stay under the total. Washington 6-4 last 10, while the over is 7-3. And for the Ducks, 5-5. Ducks been really good on the puck line, man. They're phenomenal. Look at their record on the puck line this year: 44-19 on the puck line, 21-10. Could be another puck line game here. 5-5 when it comes to the over/under last 10 games. I did have Washington listed at minus 145 on my value index, and you can see that a little bit overvalued here, 185. Kogel's at 52%. Kogel's chance of game going over the total, and the chance of winning this game does favor Washington at 61.5%. Now the Caps on a 4-game win streak, while the Anaheim Ducks on a 4 ATS win streak on the puck line. Hey, why would you take away from the puck line? Why would you steer away from the puck line? 16 edges for the Caps, 6 for the Anaheim Ducks. Their last, 6 to the under, actually 13 unders here. So where I get these numbers is right down here on the Rim Report. You can see when Washington's on the road and the total is 5.5, the over/under is 7-11. Non-conference opponent 4-7 to the under, and playing on the Tuesday, 0-4 on the Tuesday. They like Ruby Tuesdays to the under. Weekday game 6-12, and then when you look at Anaheim at home against non-conference foes, 4-7 to the under. I'm gonna go puck line. Hey, why would I deviate from the puck line when it's money in the bank, right? Give me the puck line. They're 6-4 last 10 against the Capitals, and Washington 3-7 on the puck line in this building last 10 games. I'm going to go Anaheim puck line, and let's cash that ticket. All right, let's go to your next game. Les Habitants de Montréal taking on the Vancouver Canucks. Now, the Habs are going to be, this every time Montreal goes to the west, the provinces here in Canada, man, it's like a home game for the Habs. Minus 145 is the line, and they do have a lot of Montreal fans in Vancouver. Watch when Montreal scores tonight, though. You think you're at the Bell Center. Minus 145 is the line, 5.5 is the total, and I do got Vancouver winning 3.1 to 2.6, the over-under at 5.74, so we do like this game to fly over the total. Both these teams are 5-5 last 10, 2-8 to the under for the Canucks. When it comes to the over-under, 5-4-1 for the Habs last 10. Minus 189 is my price tag. 145 is the bookmaker's line. And we're going to give Vancouver a 59.3% chance of winning compared to 41.6 for the Montreal Canadiens. As you know, anything over 40% is very good. Now the Habs on a 2-game lose streak. They lost a heartbreaker to Calgary, 1-0, soccer game. They went to a hockey game and a soccer game broke out. 1-0 was the final right there, while Dallas, Vancouver and Dallas played the last game, and the Dallas Stars won 4-1. Dallas, they're a dangerous team you want to be playing in the playoffs. I'll tell you that right now. But I do like Montreal in this spot. Montreal is 5-5 in this building, last 10 games. The only thing I don't like, they're 2-5 on 2 days rest. But the good news is Vancouver's only 9-13 on 1 day's rest. They're 13-18 at home. Vancouver, for some reason, they play better away from home, 16-16. It could be because of the time factor, right? On the road, I don't know. Go to the East Coast, they feel more refreshed, I guess. But yeah, don't understand that. Normally, you should have a better home record than a road record, right? But they're only at 500 on the road. And the Habs are 14-17 away from the Bell Center, which is pretty consistent with their 16-16 home record. But I do like Montreal here in this spot. I'm going to go with the Montreal Canadiens pull up the upset against Vancouver, and you can put that one on the board. All right, let's go to your next game. The Islanders taking on the LA Kings. Now, the Kings, a 189 favorite, 5.5 is the total, and we're going to go LA in this one, 3.07 to 2.6, the over-under, 5.69, so we do like this game to go over the total. Now, the Kings, 4-6 last 10, 3-7 on the puck line. They're on a 2-game win streak right now. They won a really exciting game against the Vegas Golden Knights. That game was it was like 6-3 or something like that. It was like a 2 or 3 goal lead. And next thing you know, Vegas comes back. Yeah, it was like in the third period. I just remember watching that game and go, wow, 6-5. What's going on here? But Vegas, they never quit, right? But for the Kings, in their last 10 games, they are 4-6 straight up, 3-7 on the puck line, 5-5 when it comes to the over/under. For the New York Islanders, they're off a tough loss against the Anaheim Ducks. 4-1 was the final right there. But let me see, the game before that wasn't against the Kings. No, San Jose. Yeah, they won 4-2, and then they beat Winnipeg 3-2. So you know what? Islanders, they're another funny team to handicap sometimes. They're 5-4 against a team with a 50 to 59.9 win percentage. But be careful on the puck line because LA is only 4-12 against bottom feeders in the NHL this year. They're 20-7 at home compared to 13-22 on the road, while the Islanders 14-9, but the Islanders do not do well at the Crypto.com arena. 2-8 in their last 10 visits and 4-6 to the under. I think the under is where you might want to lean to cash that ticket tonight. Give me the under tonight between the Kings and the New York Islanders. All right, your final game of the evening is going to be played in San Jose at the Shark Tank, where the Preds coming in as a 161 favorite. 6 is your total, and we're going to lean with Nashville in this one. 3.1 to 2.5, the over-under at 5.66, so we do like this game to go under the total. Now the Preds 6-4 last 10, 5-5 on the puck line, 4-6 to the under. And for the San Jose Sharks, 2-8 last 10, 6-4 on the puck line, and 6-4 to the over. I did have Nashville listed at minus 152. You're getting fair market value at 161. They're on a 3-game win streak right now, while the Sharks are on a 2-game slide. Their last 3 games have gone over the total. However, the edges does favor the Sharks here at 5-1, and they're 5-11 against C-type teams, where the Nashville is only 6-11 against the Bears, the C-type teams below 500. I think San Jose might be the play here, guys. 9-21 on the season. I know Toffoli's a game-time decision. Nashville only 7-24 on the road. I'm going to go with the upset here, and I don't know if I should do this though, but look at that. Wow. You know, okay, I'm gonna skate that back here. No pun intended. 0-10. San Jose, Nashville, 0-10. It could be like a 3-2. Let's hope for a 3-2, 4-3 type game. And I'm going to take San Jose. I'm not going to get away from them on the puck line. Give me the Sharks on the puck line, and let's see if we can keep that close. But yeah, wow, that's a dirty number right there. Right? 0-10, and the Preds are 7-3 last 10. You know what? There's so many games here tonight. I think there's better games on the board than this one. All right, there you have it. That is the NHL Roundup for a March 13th. Guys, go to atsstats.com. Check out the new look, the new improved navigating facilities. The way you do, you go to your atsstats.com on your mobile device, and you're going to see that no more pinching, no more scrolling left and right. Everything's a nice clear view for you now, and it's very clean. And you know what? Meat and potatoes, right? I know with all there's with all these props now, and you look at all the sites you go to, like sometimes I go to websites and it's just like, wow, there's so much information here, I just don't know. We like to keep it simple here at atsstats.com. In fact, the other day I was looking at streaks, and I said, I just want the streaks, like who's got the the best over-under streak, who's got the best winning streak, who's got the best losing streak. So I go to my streaks, and there it all is, right? Toronto's on a 3-game over streak, San Jose, Florida's on a 4-under, Detroit's on a 6-game losing streak. They lost here last night. Florida on a 6-game high with Colorado. Toronto, 7 ATS losses. Philadelphia, 4 ATS losses. And the Avs on a 6 ATS wins. And that's how simple ATS stats is. All right, guys, there you have it. Enjoy your Ruby Tuesday. Enjoy the games. I think we're going to have some really good games tonight. And I'll be back tomorrow with another edition of the Raymond Report. Cheers.